All right, guys. Well, today we are going to do our primary source for week 11, so let's get to it. Now, it's important that when we're talking about Europe and the Americas this week, we don't have a lot of primary sources from we have practically none. So we have to depend a lot on the Spanish, which is why this is dated for 1520, which is period 4, not period 3. However, it does kind of describe what life is like for the Aztecs, so it gives us a lot more insight into what the Aztecs were doing in period 3 rather than in period 4. So please understand that I do actually know that this is out of our period, but it does cover the content pretty well. All right, so Hernan Cortez, he is a conquistador for Spain. Okay, I know it's period 4, so we're going to write period 4, even though we're in period 3, but that's okay. Aztecs, they are your major American military power. Okay, so he's a conqueror. This city has many public markets and other places for buying and selling. Many public markets. So is it organized? Yes. So it's an organized city structure. And buying and selling, so it's good economy. Good/strong economy. If there's a lot of places you can buy and sell stuff, it's got to be a good economy. There is one square where are daily assembled more than 60,000 souls. Oh my goodness. So is this a large city or a small city? It is a large city. Okay, engaged in buying and selling, where are found all kinds of merchandise that the world affords, as for instance articles of food, as well as jewels of gold and silver, lead, brass, copper, tin, precious stones, bones, shells, snails, and feathers. So, are they poor or are they thriving? Clearly, they are thriving. They're also exposed for sale wrought and unwrought stone, bricks burnt and unburnt, timber hewn and unhewn, for different sorts. There is a street for game where every variety of birds in the country are sold, as fowls, partridges, quails, wild ducks, flycatchers, widgeons, turtle doves, pigeons, and reed birds, sparrows, parrots, eagles, hawks, owls, and kestrels. They sell likewise the skins of some birds of prey with their feathers, head, beak, and claws. So there's a street. So everything is organized. Okay. There are also sold rabbits, hares, deer, and little dogs, which are raised for eating. There are also an herb street where may be obtained all sorts of roots and medicinal herbs that the country affords. There are apothecary shops where prepared medicines, liquid ointments, and plasters are sold. Barber shops where they wash and shave the head, and restaurateurs that furnish food and drink at certain price. So, thriving city. Wood and coal are seen in abundance, and braziers of earthenware for burning coals, mats of various kinds of beads, and other lighter sorts of seats and halls for bedrooms. There are different kinds of green vegetables, especially onions, leek, garlic, watercress, nasturtium, borage, sorrel, artichokes, and golden thistle. Fruits, also numerous in description, amongst which are cherries, plums, honey, and wax from bees, and also numerous and from the stalks of maize, which are sweet as the sugar cane. Honey is also extracted from the plant called, that's my bell, not your bell, called mixture, which is superior to sweet or new wine. From the same plant, they extracted sugar and wine, which they also sell. Different kinds of cotton thread of all colors are exposed for sale, in which 1/4 of the market. Painters, colors, deer skins, dressed and undressed, dyed different colors, earthenware of a large size and excellent quality, large and small jars, jugs, pots, bricks, and endless. Earthenware of large size and excellent quality, large and small jars, jugs, pots, and endless variety of vessels, all made of fine clay, and all or more or most of them glazed and painted. Maize or Indian corn is the grain in which the form of bread preferred, and the grain for its flavor. To that of other islands and terra firma, pâtés of birds and fish, great quantities of fish, fresh, salt, cooked, and uncooked, the eggs of hen, geese, and all other birds. Every kind of merchandise is sold in a particular street or quarter assigned to it exclusively, and thus the best order is preserved. there is a building in the Great Square that is used as an audience house where 10 or 12 persons who are magistrates sit and decide all controversies that arise in the market in order delinquents to be punished. In the same square, there are other persons who break measures that were not true. Oh my goodness. Could you imagine how cool this would look? So if you're the Spanish and you think you're so bad and like, oh, here I am sailing across the Atlantic, and you show up to a major city like this, how impressed would you be? You know, obviously with the arrogance of being able to sail across the ocean, thinking you're going to show up to a bunch of people who have no idea what they're doing, and then they come to the Aztecs, and here they are. So when we think about the Aztecs, you need to understand that they're incredibly advanced. They're incredibly organized. They are not some native people wandering around with no idea what they're doing and waiting for the Spanish to come and save them. And that's the kind of European image we have of Americans, Native Americans, but in fact they're thriving, which is really kind of cool to see. Hopefully you see why I included this for this week, not just in Period 5. So the subject is the Aztec markets when the Spanish arrived. The audience is the Spanish emperor. The purpose is to express the amount of resources and goods the Aztecs have. Speaker is Hernan Cortez, conquistador, defeats Aztecs. Point of view we'll come back to. Tone is impressed. Overwhelmed, it sounds like. Kind of surprised. And overwhelmingly like, wow. I'm going to write wow, because I'm wow. All right, point of view. He is surprised by the amount of goods, government control, and city organization the Aztecs have. Makes them more interested in conquering them. Clearly, they have a ton of resources. By conquering them and taking over them, then they can do whatever they want. So the reason why the Spanish take over the Aztecs is not because it was so easy, which it's going to clearly not be, since they do have so much resources and stuff like that, and they're clearly organized. The reason why the Spanish are going to do whatever it takes to defeat them is because of the bountiful resources the Aztecs have, the food, the wealth, and all that stuff. And the defeat of the Aztecs is going to cripple Native Americans' ability to fight back from the Spanish, but it's also going to destroy them economically, because they're not going to have that major economic center like they do pre-Spanish. So we're going to see that's going to cause huge issues, but the Spanish are greatly going to benefit from taking over the Aztecs, as we can see from the amount of resources they have. All right, document 2. Now, document 2 is a picture, chimpanas of the Central Valley of Mexico. Now, chimpanas, they are floating pieces of land typically used for farming. Okay, so the chimpanas are used in Tea City. Okay, so looking at the picture, it's a little grainy of a picture. Okay, we can see that we have corn. Okay, we have a canal for water access. Okay, it is clearly going, it's the Central Valley of Mexico, so it has to be the Aztecs. Okay, we're going to see that our house is made of straw. Okay, we have wheat. We have a guy over here. He's probably trading items. Okay, we can see that they're rowing boats. Okay, what else can we see? All right, I think that's kind of what we can see. So why don't we flip it over? Okay, so the subject of the piece. Okay, subject of the piece is Aztec champanas. Okay, the audience would be non-Aztec residents, non-Aztecs. Okay, specifically probably Europeans. Okay, the purpose, demonstrate sophisticated building structures, and ingenuity and creativity. The speaker, okay, when we talk about that, the focal, when we talk about speaker for images, we talk about focal point. The focal point is going to be trading, being done, okay, plenty of resources available, okay. Tone, there is no tone, okay, because it is a picture. So the point of view, Aztecs were superior builders, traders, and city planners. They created a thriving economy, farming economy on a lake. There you go. All right, guys, that is your primary source for this week. Please use the rest of the period to get ahead on your focus and your spice. I will be back tomorrow. Anyway, get your work done, take out your book, be quiet, put on your headphones, get to work, do whatever you need to do. Sitting there doing nothing is not an option. This is AP World. We always have things to do. Have a great day, and I can't wait to see you tomorrow. Bye.